Hey runners, happy Saturday, August 6th. Coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. A very sunny Phoenix, Arizona it is. It is 8:17 a.m. here. Got my run done early this morning, as usual, and sitting here with a nice cup of coffee, even though the temperature is quite warm. Let's see exactly what is the temperature today. Um, it is, I'd say it's close to 90. 92, yeah. This morning was about 84 degrees, but felt like 88 with the humidity and dew point like around 50-68% for humidity and dew point. So it was muggy. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about what I did this morning. Not much to report on since the last video I made a few days ago, but just let you know what I did today and what's in store coming up. And if you are new to this channel, my name is Pete. I am a runner and running coach here in Phoenix, Arizona. Just do this for fun. I mean, as you may have seen in maybe past videos, a little rant here and there about running, but yeah, just sharing my thoughts and insights, and always interested to hear what fellow runners are doing these days. And yeah, drop me a comment down below, and if you like this video, hit the subscribe button down below. Let me know what you're up to, where you're from, and what you're doing when it comes to running. What you're training for, or maybe gearing up for some fall races coming up. So let's kick things off. So this morning I ran with a friend of mine. Her name's Meredith, and her and I have trained together. I coached her a few times. She's a really strong runner and triathlete. So last week I wanted to get back to running with her, and we used to run at the track down by the high school, but they are installing artificial turf on their football field. So it's going to be a little bit of time as the track is out of commission. So we used to run like every Tuesday when we had track. So it's been a little bit of time since we have run together, so we were able to connect. So this morning I was planning on doing like an 8-mile, maybe 9-mile run. I definitely didn't want to run what I did last Saturday, which was, a quicker pace. And a quicker pace for me is like the low 9s. And in this heat and humidity here in Phoenix, that becomes a challenge with the heart rate and just the breathing and the, hot, thick air. So today I didn't want to run as hard. When I found out that her workout was, reasonable for me to do, I thought, yeah, let's do it. So today we basically met. We started out right down the street from here, from my house, like a 1/10 of a mile. I was just gonna pick her up on the way. Let me backtrack. On her way to my area, she was gonna pick me up, and we were gonna run together and do a couple loops. Her house isn't too far from mine, so we did 2 loops in total. And so the workout that she was doing is a 8 by a half-mile workout, and that pace was averaging 9:30. I think her plan said 9:14 to 9:44, so she was looking to peg it right around 9:30, which for me, I was like, hey, that's great. Now I can do that, definitely do that for a half a mile. I wasn't looking to do anything, fast today. And then there's a 1/10 of a mile recovery after each. So yeah, let's do that. So yeah, we did that, and we averaged, at least on my watch, hers might be different, but I was averaging about 9:32, 9:35, on average. And then we walked, of course, for the 1/10 of a mile. It was good. Yeah. Temperature, it's muggy. We were sweating. I'm a heavy sweater. got through it, but I didn't feel exhausted. I had my hydration with me, which is key here. I do not like running with anything around my hands, really like a vest or one of those hydration packs around the waist. Now, I own all types like that because I used to use them, but in the summertime, it becomes a challenge when you need to stay hydrated, even with, like an hour run. My mouth will get dry. So I like to have something. So this summer, I went back to, I've got this, it's a water bottle pack, if you will. It's nice. It fits around your hand, and you can tighten it up, and you don't really have to squeeze the bottle. It's just in place. It's 16 ounces. I've got I think it's like a 20 ounce, but I went with the 16, and I've been using that for pretty much the summer. And I just filled it up today with, I use Scratch. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it or use it, but Scratch is a really good, Scratch Labs, SKRATCH Labs. To me, I love it. It doesn't upset my stomach. It's just, I have the lemon lime flavor and the strawberry lemonade. I've been using the strawberry lemonade. And basically, you just take a couple tablespoons and mix it with 16, 17 ounces of water. So I normally just, if I'm going to do a longer session like today, I'll freeze the bottle about halfway or so overnight, and then I'll pour the rest in the morning so that it's cold enough for the majority of the run. I can get away with water, but I lose a lot of sweat, sodium in this climate here during the summer. So even in the shorter stuff, I'd say short stuff like an hour, hour and a half, I'll take that type of hydration. If I'm doing 3 or 4 miles, I'll just take water. So yeah, it was a good run today. That was the extent of my morning. We started at about 5:15. She started a little bit earlier, did her warm-up. I had also started a little bit early to do my warm-up, and then we met, like I said, at the top of the street, and then we did 2 loops, and then she went home, and I finished up with about 1.5 miles or so, and I got in 8.6 miles. So for the week, I am at, I believe it's at 24.1 miles. And I've been trying to get to about 25 for the week. This week, I took Thursday off, so 1 day this week. Tomorrow, I'll go to the gym, probably do 1 mile, maybe 2, we'll see. I mean, it's just going to be very easy to get me to 25. A little strength training session. My wife and I will go to the gym, and yeah, that will be it for running. So in the next, over the course of the last 3 weeks, that'll put me about 25 miles for the week, which is good. Because looking at the calendar, next week we've got 1, 2, 3 weeks from this Monday. I'll start training for the Philly half marathon. And as I mentioned in the previous video, that race is in mid-November, and never been to Philadelphia before, so this will be exciting, a new city, and I really want to have a great training for this race. I think I've made a turn for the positive. I know it's been some time since I put out my video prior to the one a couple days ago, but I've had a really good short kind of racing in, I guess, May, June, and July. I think I finally earlier this year really got over the COVID long haul, I guess you can say, when I had it 2 years ago in 2020 in July. That knocked me down. For those of you who don't know, and you can probably see my past videos I posted when I was sick, it wiped me out. I'm gonna say I've never been that sick. I'm sure I have, but it's been decades. I'm generally pretty healthy, but this one wiped me out for a good 2 weeks. And out of the 2 weeks, it was several days where I was struggling with my breathing, and I couldn't run, couldn't get out to walk. It was a struggle to go downstairs and get something to eat. Fortunately, my wife was home and really helped me through it. Some friends and family as well brought some, juice and food. So, yeah, it was. If you have had COVID and have had it pretty bad, you know what I'm talking about. If you've had COVID and it hasn't been that bad, still, you know what I'm talking about. Just going through it. And if you haven't, knock on wood, it's no fun. But anyways, I've been feeling really good. My running has really come around. 2022 has been pretty good, and I'm hoping, I don't know yet, but I'm hoping to run a very quick half marathon. When I say very quick, really for the last, I don't know how many years, at least 5-7 years, I've been in the 150s, like 154, 156, 157. My PR is in the low 140s, so it's, not like I was running 130s. I'd like to get, crack the 150s. I feel I can do it. I just have to see how the training is going to come along. That will be a telltale sign the first couple of weeks. So I'm really looking forward to it. I like training for races. I really do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the race itself, but I think the journey, as a lot of runners say, is very important, and you've got to enjoy that. Because on race day, it could go, a million different ways. You could have a great, for me, I like 12 weeks of training. You could have a great 12 weeks of training, and on race day, for whatever reason, and I've been there before with all situations. You wake up, you feel like crap, you don't have the race that you want. Or you go through training and, you have spots of success, I guess, if you will, where you feel like you're doing great, and then you have some weeks where you're not doing great, and then it's race day, and you put it all together. That's what I love about training. You just never know what you're going to get on race day. I mean, you have an idea, you want to be prepared, and I think that's what training allows us as runners to do, is to really prepare ourselves for race day, however that goes. Not to say that you don't have to train and do a race. A lot of people do that, and that's perfectly fine. I just happen to like the art of training, if you will, and just, as I get older, for those of you who don't know, I'm 52, I'll be 53 in a couple months, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm not 20 years old. When I started running, I was 20, about 19, 20 years old. So it's been 30 plus years that I've started running, and I know the difference in how my body feels now, and the speed has definitely gone down. But I enjoy running, and I think you have to be smart about it. And for me, that's training and just being cautious with it as well, and having those nice recovery days and runs. So sorry if this is a little boring to you today. That's just a little bit of recap of what I did today, what's kind of coming up, and send me a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing, and what you guys are looking to do as far as races are concerned for the remainder of the summer or the coming fall. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks again for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care.